Welcome to Shutter Talk, a podcast by It Gets Better Creative. I'm Jesse Kiermeyer, and this is where sports, media, and storytelling come together. I'll be sitting down with athletes and creatives to uncover what really happens behind the scenes. Today we have Mason, the photographer behind West Valley Visuals, based out of Litchfield Park, Arizona, and someone who's been building his name shooting a wide range of content. He got his start in photography in the summer of 2025 and has already worked with programs like Arizona Christian University and Salt River Community Colleges. Mason and I met while shooting football for You Are Athlete last month, and we became instant friends. I'm excited to get into your journey and how you got started so recently, and also talk about things like how to break into photography and some of the common mistakes people make when starting in the digital photography field. So tell us a little bit about you and what you're working on right now, Mason.
Alrighty, so let's see, where do I even start? I'm currently going to high school at Canyon View High School. I'm a sophomore. I just got my license like in October of last year.
Yeah.
Obviously that opened up a huge range of motion for me to be able to go really wherever I want for photography. At a really young age, I don't know what it was. I always loved taking photos of things, no matter what it was, but it was like with a crappy iPhone. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a bootleg from my dad and it was his bootleg. So it was really bad, but I was getting there. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pull the trigger. And I was like, you know what? I want to get into photography. Let's do this. I got my parents' wedding camera from 25 years ago. So in 2001,
Okay.
it was a Canon Rebel XSI. So if you want to buy one on B&H Photo, it's about $75. It had a broken autofocus on both lenses, and one of them, the manual focus didn't even work. It was like a digital version of a point and shoot. I mean, it was literally like if I wanted to focus on someone, I had to back up. It was horrible. And
Stay
then
right there.
a crappy 70 to 300. I mean, it was bootleg. And then, so yeah, that's where I started at. And then slowly but surely got my way up the food chain. But right now I'm currently, let's see, I just took photos for Goodyear High School. I'm currently working on having work done for Salt River Community College. Their coach really liked me and he saw my work. He saw what I did for them. And he really wants me to prove my worth and come out to one of their facilities, take photos from to convince the owner. And hopefully I will get to shoot their basketball and football season the entirety of this next year, which will be fun
Feel
because they're going to pay for my flights and hotel rooms and all of that and get to go out of state with the team and, have fun.
That's
So
so exciting. I'm so happy for you. I
yeah,
hope it goes good.
it'll definitely be something to quit my job over.
Yeah, no, let's say your new
Yeah.
job actually. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So I remember you saying that you just like to take photos as a kid. Was there anything that you like to take photos of as a kid or just random stuff like around the house?
Oh, geez. Okay. So I am not good at posing people at all. I'm
Yeah.
horrible at it. So
That's why we do
I
sports.
I can't do it. I'm very much of like look on Pinterest and be like, do this pose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I would do is because I had a 3D printer at home. So I would 3D print random objects and take photos with them in the background and then made a series where I just took photos of these things in different like random part. Like I would literally take this thing to like like a little crocodile and take it to Mexico and
Wait,
take
I
a
love that.
like it was super random, super
Yeah.
random. Or like I would take pictures of like palm trees or the mountain, like the most basic
Yeah.
photo that you can get, no editing software, nothing. So that was like for me, it was like I want to get as much exposure to photography as possible. So I would take photos of everything.
Yeah. Was there something that kind of switched for you to be like, okay, this I can actually take this kind of seriously and run with this versus just being like random pictures. You know what I mean?
I think it was when I got that camera, that bootleg camera.
Yeah.
What was it? I went to a track meet. So I was in long distance track and they were having our own track meet at the school, but we weren't involved in it.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I know photographers that, why not go out there? And I shot with that camera and the daytime photos were great. Like they came out really good.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I was using a video editing software to edit photos. And when it became nighttime, they look so good, but the nighttime ones, my max ISO was, I think, 1600, grainy. It was grainy and it was not bright at all, completely dark.
Yeah.
And I got a new camera during summer. I saved up a bunch of money, and that's when it really kicked off. That was the big leap for me because then I started taking photos, and I think it was like someone had complimented my photo, and I was like, "This feels really good. I really like this." And then someone paid me to shoot, and I'm like, "I can get paid this well to go shoot something that I love doing." I'm like, I'm pursuing this. Like, I'm doing this full time."
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So I know you're still
Yeah.
in high school. You shoot a little bit of everything. So tell me what like a typical week looks like for you in your life right now.
Okay, so this is gonna be fun. After I say this, you're gonna be amazed that I even have time for photography. I'll take you back 2 weeks ago. This
Okay.
is like a really busy week for me. So I wake up, go to school, um, and that's from 8 to 3:30. And then I leave school, go to work till 7:30, and I get home about like 7:45 ish. I leave home immediately and go to the gym and then come back home around 11. So I do all of that. My trick is that if I do have a photo or photography, right? If I do that
Yeah.
during the week, I get all my schoolwork done so that I can work on it in class. So I use my
Like
free
teacher's
time.
not allowed to listen to this
Yeah.
podcast.
So I always have someone hovering over me being like, photos look really good. So I always, and the teachers are like, okay, what's going on over there?
Yeah. When it comes to a passion, like, you make the time for it if you wanna do it. I feel like a lot of people are like, "I don't have enough time to shoot or go to the gym or do whatever," but if you prioritize your time correctly and
Yeah.
sacrifice a little bit of, like, your sanity, then you can get everything done in a day,
Yeah,
I think.
for sure.
So, with that, obviously, that's, like, a lot of stress and pressure for you. How do
Yeah.
you make sure you don't get overwhelmed and still enjoy what you're doing?
So there was actually a time where I did have that. I shot photos in Las Vegas. Unfortunately that you can't take photos at the race.
Yeah.
And then I left there, came home for a day, took photos in Hawaii for a week,
Okay.
came home and then left for a hunt. So I had like 2 weeks of a couple thousand photos built up.
Yeah.
I didn't have a laptop to edit on. It was all on my home computer. So I couldn't travel and edit photos. Uh, and then right after that, I took hockey photos. So I have all these photos that need to get pushed out. And I think that was a time where I realized, like, I need to like figure out how to do this. And so what I do to mitigate that is, for instance, this week I shot for Goodyear High School. I know I need to get those photos done. So, I try and do that. Well, I also took on a photography job at Maricopa County Fair and I took photos
Oh, yeah, that's so
for,
exciting.
yeah, agriculture students.
Okay,
So
cool.
I think what I do is I try to find times in the day where I can like still cool down, still do what I love, but other times maybe during the week. So I think it's very much of a time management thing. What I do is I use a calendar and I very much like plan everything out. I also would say like make sure to stick to maybe 2 or 3 customers a week. Other than that, for me, that's my maximum. And it's just like otherwise you're pushing it.
What's been your favorite shoot or experience so far?
I think my favorite experience so far or event that has happened was I like to be very social with other photographers, like
Yeah.
know people, like network a little bit. And this guy just so happened to be shooting for Arizona Christian University. Like
Okay.
that's their main photographer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, what's your Insta? Like just networking a little bit. And then one day he was like, hey, I'm gonna be out of town and I need someone to cover for me. And I really like your work and I went and shot for their senior night. So not only it was my first time shooting for a college, but I also had to get the photos done in one day and shoot their senior night.
Yeah.
Like it was so much pressure, but I was like, you know what? This is my time to shine. This is my time to prove myself. Now I'm like, I'm kind of getting in the big leagues here. Like it
Yeah.
feels good. And then a little bit like shortly after that, I had another experience where I did a reel of me literally just shooting my camera and I was shooting a jet. That's all it was. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post this because, I feel like it. And not even kidding you, got like a million views. I was like, okay, I need to get more clients. I need to do something here.
I feel like you do really good with your social media. I feel like a lot of your posts get a lot of views. What is your approach to social media?
I did actually struggle with that for a long time. I
Yeah.
struggled like averaging 100 views, and I was just like, it really got me down because I was like, okay, why is this person's blowing up but not mine? I've spent countless hours looking through YouTube videos on what the algorithm is.
Yeah.
And it's a very much of there's a lot of people that have random luck. Now, I will say there's a lot of it that is like kind of trends.
Yeah.
So I have learned that let's just say one person's thing blows up, like
Okay.
my video. Well, someone can recreate that and find the same people because Instagram's like, this person reposted, like, we're going to give them another video like that.
Yeah.
Let's just say you did the same exact video, same exact thing. What I found is consistency is the biggest thing.
How much
With
do you post?
I try to at least post once a week,
Okay.
but I find that the best results come with 3 times a day, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I don't care how guilty you feel, steal other people's ideas. If they're
Yeah.
getting, so will you.
I don't think that it's even stealing. Like, I think a lot of people are very much like I'm so big on getting inspiration from people and not necessarily
Yes, that is
stealing
a
their
big
ideas, but
thing.
because it's like my photo is not the same as your photo. You know what I mean? It's the same
Right,
idea, but it's like if this worked for you, there's a high chance it's gonna work for me too. And it's
right,
different content. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people are so scared to be like, I'm gonna copy the content or I'm gonna steal their content. I have to tag the original person. It's like, I guarantee you that person saw it from somebody else.
right.
If someone starts a trend, there's one person starting the trend, so there's nobody else that can copy that. Like that's not how it works social media. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I think that is very important to
Yeah,
share with people is that copying is not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, if I were to screenshot your entire video and be like, it's my video, that's stealing.
right,
Yeah, then that's different than stealing content. It's not a bad thing. Like people are like, I don't know what to post. It's like go on the explore page and look at it for an hour and then just like 10 videos and then your feed will start giving you ideas of what to post.
right.
Like it's
It
not
it
really that
literally your feed generates videos after that. It just keeps
yeah,
generating you ideas and ideas. Or, like that's a very big thing I think a lot of people struggle with is just not knowing what to do. But I've I've learned that yes, it might be the same photo. Post that photo 10 times if you want. No
yeah.
one's gonna care.
I agree. I agree. What would your advice be to someone who's like I know a lot of photographers and creative people that don't focus on social media, but need to and want to, but are kind of stuck in that. What would be your advice for people that are photographers looking to start with social media?
So I've started 3 pages now, 3
Okay.
separate Instagram accounts. So I've like shut down and restarted 3 times.
Okay.
If you are struggling, no matter what you post, it's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to be worried about what your first post is. It could be an introduction on who you are.
Yeah.
I say make that Instagram page, make that Facebook page, make that TikTok page. Do whatever you want as long as it's social media and you're posting your content. It will like you might be afraid. It will get you customers. It will get
Yeah.
you more traction. It will make you bigger than who you already are. And if there's only plus to it and no negative, it's
Fine.
whatever. Yeah, I've had a few bad comments, but I just take it and be like, well, this one guy, he's not going to get me down. I would have never been able to be where I'm at if I never started on social media.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people find photography, they like it, it's like their passion, and then, maybe they get, one gig falls in their lap and they're like, I love this. If it's a paid gig or unpaid, whatever. How do you feel like you crossed the bridge from turning photography from a passion into a career for you? Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, there's not photography jobs. And it's like, yeah, there isn't a lot of photography jobs out there that you're just going to apply to and just get, and they're going to give you 40 hours of like, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen.
Right.
We're freelancers, or a lot of us are for a reason. And a lot of us have 7 to 10 gigs, you know what I mean? Because that's what pays the bills. But how do you feel like you've gotten a lot of your gigs, or what advice do you have for people that want to start working with people, unpaid or paid, but don't know how to kind of get to that point?
So what I did is I started at my high school. There is no high school anywhere you go to that will deny you free photos
Yeah.
unless they're maybe sponsored by a company. Like, for instance, there's some high schools that are like, we won't let you shoot on our campus or for us because AIA comes out
Yeah.
and they shoot for us. Well, the next high school 10 minutes down the road
Yeah.
is going to be like, yeah, come take photos for us. Or those same schools that denied me, you know what I do? I go to the other team on the other side because they're not owned by AIA and I shoot for them. No one's going to deny
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So, what I say is to get the most traction, just get out there, shoot as much as you can. Once your eyeball turns into your viewfinder,
Yeah.
I promise you, you can turn anything into any type of photo.
Cool. I'm gonna ask you three fill in the blank questions. Okay. I became a photographer because
I like capturing memories for people in artwork,
my favorite thing to shoot is,
sports,
and the hardest part about photography is,
time management, and clients.
would you rather forget your camera battery or your SD card?
SD card.
Yeah, same. You could DoorDash that to your shoot. I've DoorDashed one to a shoot one, but like an 8 GB one time, like a 16
Not
for like
cheap.
$20.
And they
Yeah.
can be
Yeah, camera batteries, you're screwed. Cool. Is there anything that you want to share with people about you or photography or something that you wish like people would know about photography in general or even you?
I will say this. I know a lot of kids at my school that are like, I need to get this $3,000 camera. And then they show me that the lens that they're going to buy it, and it's about $200.
Yeah.
Your photos are 90%, or I shouldn't say 90%, 70% lens. The other
Yeah,
3% is your camera.
I agree.
Always get better lenses. Don't worry that much about the camera body.
Yeah.
Um, I would also say if you want to get into photography, ask people. Like, don't be afraid to message someone or talk to someone that you know that does photography. We love talking about it. There's a reason this podcast exists. I mean, we wouldn't be here if that wasn't true. So I love helping people. If any of you guys need help, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to pause whatever I'm doing and answer those questions.
Mason's amazing. It's so crazy to me how young you actually are and how mature you are and how successful you already are in your career. And I'm so excited to be one of your big supporters in your entire career and see where you go next. But anything else that you want to say or share with people?
Don't be afraid to network.
Mason, thank you so much for coming on Shutter Talk and sharing your story. It was so cool hearing a little bit more about your journey and just being able to talk to you again. Go give him a follow on Instagram at West Valley Visuals. We're going to put it on the screen right here. Mason's the best. And like he said, he's willing to help anybody because he's a great kid. So thank you for listening. This is Shutter Talk by It Gets Better Creative. I'm Jesse Kiermeyer, and we'll see you in the next one.